What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's How to Unlock video, we're going to be covering the Grav Cold War Assault Rifle for those of you that are free to play in Warzone. Now, I did cover this weapon in the past, however, it's been quite a while. We're on a new map, tons of new players join all the time, or overall, there could still be people struggling to unlock this. I wanted to give you guys an updated version. You guys can expect me to cover some tips and tricks to make this a bit easier. We will go over the challenge to know exactly what to do to unlock it, and I will even give you guys a recommended loadout to best set you up for success. Before we dive into it, if you guys do enjoy this content anytime or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. Let's go ahead and throw an easy goal of 50 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys would like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure to hit that subscribe button alongside the notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. All right, in order to unlock this, you're going to need to know what that challenge is. So if you go to where you edit your loadout, go to the assault rifle category, scroll down to the Grav, your challenge should be read as follows. Using assault rifles, get 3 kills on enemies that are at a lower elevation in 15 different completed matches. Now, when it comes to game modes, you guys are more than welcome to dive into a limited time mode, whether it's called Dare or Clash or something else. However, those aren't always in the game, so we're going to go towards something a little bit more reliable. And I'm going to recommend that you guys dive into Plunder. Great news with Plunder as well is it appeals to a wider variety of skill levels, being that the matches can be 10 to 20 minutes and sometimes even longer, giving you more time to get that progress towards your challenge. Now, when you're flying into Caldera, I highly recommend landing at the Storage Town location. Thanks to the Season 4 update, this is now the most popular place on the map, and it will continue to be that through the entire match, giving you tons of opportunities to get into those engagements that you need in order to complete your challenge. It is recommended when you are going for this challenge that you stick towards the outskirts of the Storage Town, as there are hills on the side. There are a couple of different rocks you can sit up on as well, and this will give you a nice overlook of the Storage Town area where you'll be able to see all the players running around, or at least get a nice bird's eye view of where they're at. And typically, if you are on the hillside, you're going to be up higher in elevation, which is the main point of this challenge that you're going for. And you'll even have the luxury of having the trees available to you to mount for those longer distance engagements in order to stay a bit more accurate and hopefully have an easier chance of getting those eliminations. No matter what, as long as you're on a roof of a building, you're on a hillside, you're on top of a rock, and any of the players are down below you, any of those should count towards your eliminations that you're going for, and you're going to only have to put up 3 on the board. So if you spend a majority of the time, or the match I should say, in one of these higher up locations, it's likely that any or all of your eliminations should count towards your progress. If you are one of those players that is struggling to stay accurate for these engagements and overall winning in these eliminations, I definitely recommend picking a location that is higher up, that has something accessible that you can actually mount on, as this will overall make the engagements a lot easier to win and obviously increase your accuracy in the situation, overall leading to you having a higher success rate. Just remember, at any point, as long as the enemy's feet are a lower elevation than yours, whenever you get the elimination, you should have no issues with it counting towards your progress. Now, we've gone over some tips and tricks to make this a bit easier. We've talked about the challenge, you know exactly what to do to unlock it. Let's go ahead and dive into our recommended loadout, which today is going to be with the Cold War Assault Rifle, the AK-47. For the attachments, we have as follows. For the muzzle, we have the Grav suppressor. For the barrel, we have the 20-inch Spetsnaz RPK barrel. For the optic, we have the Axle arms 3 times. Magazine, we have the Bakelite 60 round, and then last but not least for the underbarrel, we have the Spetsnaz grip. All right, a couple more things I want to address before we wrap things up here. The reason I'm recommending to you guys a Cold War assault rifle in order to unlock one is if you use one of the weapons, whether it's from Modern Warfare or Vanguard, it could overall affect the tracking of the challenge and may not track properly, which would lead to you having to play more matches than is being asked. And the last thing I want to touch on is whether or not you can leave the match once you got in the progress towards your challenge. So once you are confident you got the 3 eliminations at a higher elevation, you can then go to where you edit your loadout in game, go to the assault rifle, scroll down to the Grav. If you notice that it's tracked properly, you can then leave that match diving into your next one. Overall, decrease the amount of time this should take you. However, if you are confident you got those 3 eliminations at the higher elevation and it does not seem to have tracked properly, I suggest staying through to the end of the match in order to increase your odds of it counting. That way you won't have to play more matches than is being asked. All right, we've dove into some tips and tricks to make it a bit easier. We've gone over the challenge, you know exactly what to do to unlock it, and I've even covered the loadout that I recommend in order to best set you up for success. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.